Told you I'd be back in like 1 minute. So the book that we're reading today, an extra book, is called Who Would Win? Whale versus Giant Squid. Let me ask you a question. Looking at the front cover, do you think this book is going to be fiction or nonfiction? I want you to think about it as I'm reading. Ready? Here we go. Whale versus giant squid. Who do you think is going to win? What would happen if a whale swam near a giant squid? They're both carnivores or meat eaters. What if they had a fight? Who do you think would win? The scientific name of the sperm whale is called the Ciceter macrocephalus. I probably said that wrong. Meet the sperm whale. Big fact. The blue whale is the longest animal on Earth. Whales have red blood. The sperm whale can grow to be 60 feet long and weigh 50 tons. It is one of the world's largest whales. All of the biggest whales are baleen whales, which means they have no teeth. The sperm whale is unusual. It is a big whale that has teeth, but only on its bottom jaw. This whale looks like a big head with a tail. Its scientific name means blower with a big head. It is the largest of all toothed whales. The sperm whale has the largest head of any animal that has ever lived on Earth. Did you know? The sperm whale has a blowhole at the front of its head. Its head can be 20 feet long. That is a big head. Scientific name of the giant squid is called a Architeuthis dux. Meet the giant squid. Squid, octopus, and cuttlefish are cephalopods. On restaurant menus, squid is often listed by its Italian name, calamari. Have you ever had calamari? A giant squid is a mollusk. A squid belongs to a group of mollusks called cephalopods. Cephalopod means head, foot. A squid looks like a head attached to legs. It has 8 legs and 2 extra feeder arms. The legs have suction cups. The feeder arms have hooks and suction cups at the end that act like hands. The giant squid has fins for steering. It propels itself by sucking water into its head and squeezing the water out. A squid works the same way as a jet engine. Giant fact. The largest squid are the giant squid and the colossal squid. Did you know a giant squid brain is the size and shape of a small donut? A giant squid can be 60 feet long and weigh 450 pounds. Most giant squid that have washed up on beaches are 20 to 30 feet long. That's a lot of calamari. Mammals. Whales are mammals. The people reading this book are mammals too. Here are some other animals. Dolphin, monkey, kangaroo, dog, rat. Smart fact. The sperm whale has the largest brain of any animal that has ever lived. Definition. A mammal is a hairy or furry, warm-blooded animal that has a backbone and feeds milk to its young. Mollusks. Squid are mollusks. Here are examples of other mollusks. Mussel, octopus, clam, snail, and a cuttlefish. Did you know mollusks and mollusk are both correct spelling? So there's 2 ways you can spell mollusks. A mollusk is a soft-bodied animal that usually lives in the water and has a protective shell. You guys have any idea of who you think's going to win? Eyes. The eye of a sperm whale is only about 2 inches wide. So that's probably like that big. A sperm whale can dive down half a mile. There is hardly any light at that depth. Here is a human eyeball. Here is a giant squid eyeball in comparison. The giant squid eyeball is the largest eyeball in the world. It is as big as a basketball. Its giant eyeball allows the squid to see at great depths. So think of a basketball. That's how big the squid's eye is. Woo! Crazy! Teeth. The sperm whale has long teeth. The teeth are shaped like sidewalk chalk. Notice that it has teeth on its upper jaw. When a sperm whale closes its mouth, its bottom teeth fit into the indentations in its upper jaw. A sperm whale has 20 to 25 teeth on each side of its lower jaw. Bonus fact, you can tell how old a sperm whale is by the layers in its teeth. Did you know whalers used to carve beautiful designs on whales' teeth and whale bones? This type of art is called scrimshaw. Beak. Between its 8 legs and 2 feeder arms is a squid's mouth. It does not have teeth. Squid have a beak. It looks like a parrot's beak. Fact. The tip of the squid's beak is hard and tough, but the lower end is more rubbery. The beak is made of chitin, a material which is like your fingernails. So think about your fingernails. That's what their beak is made out of. Tails. The tail of a sperm whale can be 16 feet across. Whales have horizontal tails. Did you know the wing-like tail is also called a fluke? Try this. Use your measuring tape to mark 16 feet across your room. Wow! That is a wide fluke. So, if you want to try this at home, just take some measuring tape and measure 16 feet across whatever room you're in. That's how big a sperm whale's tail is. This is a blue whale, a sea whale, humpback whale, and a right whale. Fins. The body of the giant squid is called the mantle or torso. At the end are fins. The giant squid can use its fins to steer. It can also reverse the motion of its fins and swim backward. People have seen giant squid jump completely out of water. Squid have 3 hearts. What? That's what I said. Squids have 3 hearts. Bonus fact. The squid can also steer itself with its legs. Sad but true, before the discovery of petroleum, whales were a source of oil. It is estimated that 600,000 sperm whales were killed for their oil. There are 6 to 8 barrels of oil in a head of a sperm whale. The first time a whale was killed for oil was in 1690. The busiest whale years were in the 17 and 1800s. This is what a typical Nantucket whaling ship looked like. They would often leave port and return 4 years later. If whalers harpooned a whale and the whale took off, it was called a Nantucket sleigh ride. Cash reward. No one has ever caught a giant squid and kept it alive. If you ever catch one, it could be worth $1 million. Someone will be willing to pay it. $1 million. There it is. $1 million reward if you catch a big squid. Dinner. Sperm whales eat giant squid, stingrays, octopus, and fish. So sperm whales eat as giant squid, regular squid. They eat stingrays, octopus, and fish. Some scientists think that whales make such loud underwater clicking sounds that they can shock their food. Some squid are called sea arrows. Supper. Giant squid eat fish, shrimp, and other squid. They grab food with their long feeder arms. The feeder arms have sharp spines on the end. They pull the food into their beaks. Squid arms and legs are also called tentacles. This is a close-up of a feeder arm. Giant squid have blue blood. You guys remember what color a whale's blood is? Red. Speed. A sperm whale can swim 25 miles per hour. Did you know a Dow's porpoise can swim faster than 50 miles per hour? Fun fact, the fastest fish is the sailfish. It can swim 90 miles per hour. Depth. A sperm whale can dive half a mile deep. So this is showing you half a mile. Sperm whales can hold their breath for up to 2 hours. They usually submerge for about 45 minutes. So this is the Empire State Building. This is in New York. And how tall that Empire State Building is, that's how deep that sperm whales can dive, which is really, really deep. Speed. A giant squid can swim 20 miles per hour. It is not known how far a giant squid can dive. It can dive deeper than a whale. A giant squid is more agile than the whale. It can change direction suddenly and can swim backwards. Squids do not need to come up for air. Echolocation. Echo. Just teasing. In deep water, the whale relies on echolocation to find its way around. It finds its food by bouncing sound signals off its prey. The whale is lucky compared to the squid. A giant squid cannot hear. Definition of echolocation. Bouncing sound back from its prey is called echolocation. The whale uses this to learn where its food is. Sound fact. Sonar is the location of objects through sound waves. Bats, whales, shrews, and some birds have sonar. Submarines have sonar too. There are many things we don't know about the sperm whale. We don't know why they do not have teeth on their bottom jaw. We do not know how many get killed by giant squid. Ink. We don't know how long a giant squid lives. Some scientists think it's only 3 years. Secret weapon. Squid blows black ink at the end of their attackers. This is called billowing. Dinner fact. Some famous chefs use squid ink to make black pasta. It is called squid ink pasta. Would you want to eat that? We don't know how deep they can dive. We don't know how many there are. We don't know where they live, but it appears they prefer deep, colder water. We don't know why no one has been able to catch one alive. Did you know there are no known freshwater squid? Famous whales. Moby Dick is a famous American novel written by Herman Melville. The whale in the story is a giant albino sperm whale. Moby Dick bit the leg off the captain, who vowed revenge. At the end, the whale rams and sinks the ship. Moby Dick also became a famous movie. The story was based on a real sperm whale that rammed and sank the Nantucket whale ship Essex. A nonfiction book was written about the event called In the Heart of the Sea by Nathaniel Philbrick. Famous legend. For hundreds of years, sailors around the world have been afraid of giant squid. A legend is that they come out of the deep and are so large that they can swallow a ship. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This is a book that you could read. Science fiction writer Jules Verne wrote a book about giant squid attacking a submarine in a novel called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. All right, so here it is. You know the facts about the whale. You know the facts about the giant squid. Who do you think is going to win? Let's find out. Here we go. The whale dives. It's looking for food. It sends out sound waves, hoping to find a tasty meal. It senses a few small fish. The whale is hungry. It's looking for a nice, giant calamari dinner. Remember what calamari is? Squid. A giant squid is in the deep water and out of range. The giant squid decides to move to the shallow water, an easier place to find food. Most fish and squid live in water less than 200 feet deep. The whale senses a giant squid a quarter of a mile deep. It dives deeper. So if you look right here, there is the whale. And then the squid is all the way down there. The giant squid doesn't notice the whale right away. The whale clicks a few sounds, locates the giant squid, then attacks with its mouth open. The whale grabs a small piece of one of the squid's arms. The giant squid blows ink in the whale's face, then darts away. The whale swims after the giant squid. The squid sees the whale, and decides to attack first. The squid realizes it is in for a fight. It puts all its legs and feeder arms on the whale. Suction cups and hooks scrape the whale's skin. The squid tries to hold the whale down until the whale runs out of air. Its plan doesn't work. The whale maneuvers and bites a chunk of the squid and a few of the squid's arms. A few more bites and the giant squid is in deep trouble. The whale thinks the giant squid is delicious. The whale wins, but he has sucker and scratch marks all over his head. That fight hurt. So, did you guys think it was going to be the whale or the squid? Hope you guys enjoyed this book. Who would win? Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.